What up, what up? Welcome back to 5 Minutes of F&I with your guy, Evan, aka the Money Man. Today, we're going to be talking about something that you know that maybe your F&I team isn't as familiar with, right? It's the manufacturers are constricting our inventory while asking for more, right? They're expecting us to sell more new vehicles, but lowering our inventory, or at least the standards of the inventory that we are getting, because they know and they've seen over COVID that with the supply down, the obviously the market is going to want more of it, right? So they feel like the less inventory, the more that we should sell with the higher profit margin without incentives and all the things. Like we know that, right? But I think in the F&I perspective, they don't understand or know that, at least most people. So we need to educate and inform our finance team to expect more higher mileage, more older inventory, and not necessarily old or high mileage, but they're going to see more used cars, right? And most finance people believe in their head that we can make more money on a new vehicle than we could a used vehicle in most scenarios, right? But I think it's flipped. We can make more money on a used vehicle than we could on a new. And some of the beliefs are that new vehicle, they're going to have lower cost as far as margins on the VSC or the products that they offer. They're already going to be, the customer is going to be expecting a higher payment, and they're buying a new vehicle, so they want to protect it and feel like they're going to keep it for a longer time. So they want to protect it for a longevity, right? But in turn, the used vehicle, there's more opportunity because there's more risk. And that's the way that we need to show and to tell and to teach our finance people that we as a dealership need to minimize the risk associated with any type of mechanical failures. And to do so, they need to execute on selling and getting these customers protection on the used vehicles that are about to influx the lot, right? In the next 30, 60, 90 days, we're going to have more used vehicles than what we had before because we need to continue to grow and sell. So in F&I, we're going to need to continue to push not only on the new vehicles that we sell, but really the emphasis needs to be on the used vehicles moving forward. You as a GM or an owner, some of the things that you might be able to focus on or educate your finance people about or with would be the lenders. So the Rolodex of lenders that you currently use, we need to make sure that we have 3 to 4 lenders that are awesome with our used car, older aged units, higher mileage. We need to make sure that we have them first of all, and then educate them, or at least give the finance people the resources to educate themselves on what those programs look like, right? Like, what is the LTV guidelines? What are the term guidelines? What kind of payments? What kind of steps that might be required? All of the things that go into the lenders, right? We need to make sure that we have a good used car Rolodex of lenders. That's the first thing. The second thing is that we need to make sure that we have the products to offer on the vehicles that we're about to acquire, or the influx of the used vehicles that we're about to have on our lot. So making sure that we have the correct products to offer on a higher mileage, older aged unit, maybe a unique unit, a highline unit. If you don't have those products currently, how can we ask our finance team to keep the same product penetration levels if we don't have the same opportunities to present for the customers and for the finance manager? Another thing, we need to make sure that our menu is set up properly and the verbiage on our menu and on our products are geared towards the used car market. What do I mean? It means audit the actual descriptions of the products on your menu to make sure that it makes sense with more of a used car mindset game. And I'm always here to help your finance team move through that. So as an owner or a general manager, just make sure that your team has the tools and the resources that they need to really excel on a more heavy used car market, and make sure that we're auditing or we're keeping track data points of all used car mindset items, right? Like used car PVR, used VSC penetration, what lenders are we using and why are we using them? Are there different routes that maybe we can take, less reserve and more product? Is there a route maybe that we're using currently on our subprime or custom finance market that we might have to shift moving into these higher mileage, older vehicles, more used car market? So those are some things to focus on moving forward. We're going to have a lot more used cars. It's going to be a great push. There's a lot of opportunity for finance, and I'm super excited to work with you and the team. Let's rock.